Hello everyone, welcome to D4Drupal channel. Today we are going to see about how to create a view and all the configurations which is available in view and also the advanced settings of the view. Okay, first let's go to structure, views, and this page contain all the list of views which is already available, and here we have advanced settings. So let me explain this at the end. First let's go there and create a new view. So add view here, and I'm going to give a name for this view. This is a content listing view, and I am going to display all the contents, all, and this is a page and path for it, content hyphen path, and you can display anything, unformatted list. Let it be unformatted list now, and it is a fields. So I'm going to display the fields and save and edit. Okay. So now we successfully created the view. Now go here and click on the URL, content hyphen path. So this is the view which we created and it contains the list of titles. So first, this is the display name. So what is the display name for this particular view? So you can change anything, display page 1. If you give page 1, so the name will be changed here as page 1, and you can give description if you want. And next is title of this view. So here you can see it is showing content listing view. So if you want to change that, all contents, apply and save it. Now go and refresh here. So you can see the title is changed to all content. And next is how the data should be displayed. So unformatted list or grid or responsive grid, HTML list means ULLI or grid, whatever you want, you can configure here. So let me show us table, apply. So when you scroll down, you can see it's a table view, and you can add another column, content type, apply. So title doesn't have any label. Let me create a label for it. Apply. So here you can see it is showing the table, title and content type in a table format. When you give exclude from display option here, apply. So that particular column will be excluded from the display. So you can see only content type is displaying here. So this you can use when you want to use this particular field as a token for another field. Okay. And this is the format. This formatter will be the same as what you configure in the manage display of the field. So whatever the formatter we have for the title, all will be displayed here. And if you want to give this link to the content, you can give. And style settings. So if you want to customize this field, you can use all these features. And rewrite result, when you want to rewrite this particular result, you can use this one. Override the output for this with custom text. So here you can override it. So where you can use the replacement pattern, which is a token. What are the tokens available? You can use it. So what we will do now, let it be hidden. So this is hidden. So I'm going to concatenate the content type with the title here. So rewrite result, I'm going to concatenate both values, title and the type. Okay. Title, types. So I'm going to use this, apply. So when you scroll down, you can see the title is concatenated with the type article, basic page article. So this is how you can use the rewrite result features. And next one is no result behavior when this particular row doesn't have any value. So you can use this. So this will be displayed there instead of showing empty. No value, you can give whatever. So the particular value will be overridden with this. An administrative title. So this title will be displayed on the view edit page. That's it. Apply. And next one is a filter criteria. So filter criteria will do where condition in your query. So let me tell you what it is doing. So let me say whatever we have configured already. And when you scroll down, so this is the select query which is constructed by view. You can see this is selecting this particular field data created and node ID from this particular table where the status is 1. The status is 1 is a published which you configured here. So published 1 means which will add where condition to your query. So it is adding the status 1 condition here. I'm going to add one more field called type. Type content type. Apply. I'm going to expose this filter and apply. And scroll down. Here you can see it is showing the status 1 where condition alone. When you give value here to article and apply, and your query will be updated with the type condition. Okay. So this is how the where condition is working. Instead of exposing, if you are giving the exact value, which means only the article content, then the query will be generated when you update the preview. You can see the preview is updated with the article. Okay. And next is sort criteria. Sort criteria will do the sort by action in your query. So when you scroll down, you can see that is ordered by node field created descending. So node field created based on the date when the content is created, it is going to sort the content in a descending order. So that is how we configured that here. Auto down descending. So when you give ascending, the query will be changed to ascending. Okay. Let me save this. And next one is page setting. Page setting contain path. So what is the path for this particular view? And next is menu entry. I am going to give normal menu entry now. So menu entry, this is a content link for title, menu title. And I am going to give this in the main navigation and apply. And then save it. Now go to your home page. So you can see here, this is the main navigation. So here you can see the new menu which we created here. Content link. So it is added to your main navigation. You can add this to even to your user account or footer, wherever you want, you can add it. Okay. And next one is we have one more option called menu tab and default menu tab. Let me explain that. Before that, create one new page. Click on the page and create. So path is not set, right? Path is content hyphen path slash xx. Okay. Apply. Now we set the path. And in this page 1, here you have to give the default menu link, menu tab, and apply. already existing apply. So now you can see we created a tab. In the next page, in the menu setting, you have to select the menu tab and type title for that, mm, page to content, and just apply it. So now we created. So when you notice the path, it is content-path slash xx, and the page one is content-path. So in the second page, we just added xx in the argument of 2. Let me save. Once the content is saved, go and refresh here. So you can see the menu tab is added, and you should make sure that the path should be concatenated with the first uh, path, which means content-path with the extra argument. Okay, so this is how you have to create a menu tab. And permission, you can restrict this view to particular permission who are all having or particular role, or you can remove all the permissions. So here we are using the permission, so whoever having the view published content permission, they all can see this view. And next one is header. So you can add any content in the header region. Apply this display even if view has no result. So apply this display. So once you add it, okay, we didn't add any content it seems. So click on it and scroll down. So if you want to display even if view has no result, if there is no result in the view, if you want to display, you can make it check. And if you want to use any tokens, you can use. And I'm going to use the global token, which is total rows. So how many result that view has? Okay. So let me add that there. Total rows. So now we added apply. Now when you scroll down in a header region, you can see we have around 25 content in this particular view. You can do the same thing in your footer. So both are same only. So I'm going to skip the footer section. And next is no result behavior. Mm, when there is no result in this particular view, you can use this. No result form. Apply. And let me add some condition. Authored by. Authored by. Apply. So whenever you are submitting this configuration form, you should make sure you are doing for this particular page. Okay. Let me make this to expose and save it. And I'm going to create a new user so that we will be having a empty result behavior in your view. New user xxx@gmail.com, xxx password, active, authenticated user. I'm just going to save it. And this particular user ID is 2. Okay. Click on this content link. And here, author you have X. So this is the author. When you apply, this user will not have any content. So no result behavior should work. So no result behavior is working. Okay. This is how you have to use no result behavior. And next one is pager. I'm going to change the display, this display, and display specific number of items. I'm going to display only 2 items now. Apply. Let's load this page. And you can see only 2 contents are displaying. And even you can give offset here. So which means 0th one or second, fourth, second, third, or what you want. You can give offset. Okay. So instead of displaying 0th position and 1 position data, I'm going to display third and fourth. Like that you can give. Number of items to skip. First 3 will be skipped, and which means fourth and fifth content will be displaying here. Okay. So you can give offset, or you can give display all items. It will be displaying all the items. When you have more number of content, the page will be taking more time to load. So make sure you are not giving display all items for the view which you have lot of contents in it. Okay. And next one is page output, which is full pager. So full pager means load it now. So it will give the full page. Last and before one. So whatever you want, you can configure for full page output. And you have one more option called the mini pager. So this will be offset. Even you can give offset. So those number of items will be skipped for full pager and also mini pager. Okay, apply and save it. Scroll it now. Refresh. So this you can see the pager is minified here. Okay. And next one is more link. Mostly we will be using more link for blocks, not for page. You can create more link and always display the more link. If you want, always you can make it display, or when the particular number is reached, after we are displaying only 2 content, right? When the particular number is reached more than that, that time alone the more link will be displayed if you configure as like that. So yes, and apply. So you can see the more link will be available at the bottom. When you click on it, it will take you to the same page. You can use more link for the block. So when you are displaying only 2 content, and if you want to see all the contents, you can give more, and they will go to the page and they will view all the contents in that. Okay. And next one is advanced settings. So what is relationship? This is a node content. When you want to add user data inside the content view, which means here we are displaying in the result title and the content type, right? So we changed it, right? Let me change that back. So not excluding from display, and okay, let that be concatenated. So here we are displaying the title and content type. I want to add user mail ID, right? So when you type here mail, you cannot see the mail here because it is in the user table. So only the UID will be linked to it. User data referenced field data inside this particular node, you have to add a relationship. So I'm going to add authored by relationship here. So username of the content author, apply. Apply this relationship, apply. So now we created the relationship. When you go here and you can restrict the category to user and mail. So you can see mail is coming, right? User mail ID, and apply all display. And here you can see it is using the relationship of user. Apply. Once it is done, when you scroll down, you can see user mail ID is displaying. I think this content is created by anonymous, so there is no mail ID. I have only one user in this site, so only admin will be here. Now we created one new user for no result behavior. That user doesn't have any content. Next one is contextual filter. So when you want to query the view result based on the context means based on the some global data like URL or logged in user, ID, whatever. Okay. So you can use this contextual filter. So I'm going to use authored by here. So based on the author ID, I'm going to do the contextual filter. Apply. So once you added this, when you scroll down, it is displaying all the content, right? So let me save it and show you here. When you scroll down, and let me change the limit also from 2 to 10 so that it will be meaningful when we do the query. We can easily understand what it is happening. So you can see it is displaying all the content. Some content doesn't have mail ID. Those are anonymous contents. I'm going to pass the ID now 1. When you pass 1, you can see all the contents or admin content. There is no anonymous content is displaying. Okay. Based on the context of user ID, we are filtering the view result. Okay. So that is the use of contextual filter. This will also do the where condition. So when you give 1 here and update the preview, you can see the node user ID 1 should be displayed. Okay. So this is also going to add the where condition. But when you use the filter criteria, this will be straightforward for you. And when you use contextual filter, this will be context based filter. Both are doing the same action. Based on your use case, you can use, okay, both. And next one is expose form. If you want to expose this view form to the as a block, you can give apply. So once you are exposed it, this particular exposed form will be available as a block. So here you cannot see the block now, the exposed form block. Here you have an exposed form, right? This will not be displayed there now. If you scroll down, that is gone. You have to go to structure block layout. And I'm going to place one block here. Content. Content listing views page. This is the view which we created. I'm going to place it now. And pages, I'm going to restrict this for this particular page. Star for contextual filter value and save it. Once you save, when you go here and scroll, you cannot see any blocks here, right? When you refresh here, you can see the new block, the exposed form block is coming here. You can keep it anywhere, even in the home page or throughout all the website. So when you submit, it will automatically take you to this particular view page. Okay. So I'm going to give XX, apply, and apply. So you can see the URL is added with the user ID. So we don't have any content for this particular user. I'm going to use admin, apply. So admin contents are displaying. Okay. And next, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to expose this sort criteria also, apply, and save it here. Once you are saved and you scroll down, okay, let me refresh. Let me clear the cache. Once the cache is cleared, you can see the block is updated and one is sorted by authored on. order, ascending or descending. Okay. So in advanced settings, here in the settings of your expose form, sort by A, B, C, D. You can give on the label ascending and descending. Okay. I'm giving ascending, descending, and including the reset button, and applying it. Okay. So once you updated your settings, before saving the view, let me submit it. Apply. So now we submitted this expose form. Let me save this view now. Now the view is saved. Go here and duplicate this page. Going to refresh now. We need to clear the cache now. Flush all cache. Once the cache is cleared, you can see the title ABCS is added as you configured in your view. And instead of ASC, ascending, descending is displaying as we configured. So we are also included the reset button. When you click on it, you can remove the reset. You can reset the filter value. Okay. So you can do the expose filter settings there. Next one is mission name of this particular view. Currently it is page underscore one. If you want to change, you can change it. This you need to use it in your custom module when you are doing any querying. You can use mission name filter and administrative content. So when other developer is coming and editing your view in future, when the view is in maintenance mode, if you want to give any information about why you added this configuration in this view, if you want to give any comment for them, you can add. So they will check it if they need it. And next setting is use Ajax. So Ajax will be used when we use a blog page. So let me create a blog display now. And in block display, I am going to enable the Ajax. Use Ajax. This block override. Save it. And now go to structure block layout. In content region, I am going to display that block content. What is that block name? Okay, block didn't save. No valued value for the content author. Okay, remove it and apply. In the content above, okay, let me update in the content region. So the block is content listing view. Apply. Apply. So once you save, you can able to okay. Instead of displaying it all page, I'm going to display it only on the home pages. It's front and save. When you refresh here, this is the view which we displayed now. So ascending, descending. So you can see the Ajax. It is not reloading the page. It is just doing Ajax action for your view, and the view result is getting updated. Okay. So you can use Ajax for a block as we did now. And next one is hide attachments in summary. Okay. So what hide attachments in summary? Go to your contextual filter, and I'm going to make when the default value is not provided in the URL, I'm going to make display the summary. So display summary means it will display the summary of your view. And then I'm going to enable this attachment, hide attachment when displaying a contextual filter summary. Apply it. So after that, you have to add an attachment display here. Add attachment, and that attachment should be linked to page 1. Page 1. Apply and save it. So now when you go to this uh, view and refresh, this is the view which is displaying. Okay, when you give the contextual filter value to 1, you can see this is the attachment which we added before. Okay, which means what is happening here is that, so we created an attachment. So attachment is linked with the page 1 before, position before, which means view result before. Okay, and go to your page 1, and here what we have done in contextual filter, we are displaying the summary when the filter value is not in the URL. Okay, so when the filter value is not in the URL, it will display the summary of the view, not the view actual result. So you can see it is displaying the summary of the view. So ID, the user ID, since we added user ID as a um, contextual filter value, so it is displaying author 0, UID 1. If any new user 2, 3, whatever the UID, that will be displayed here. So it is displaying the summary, and this hide attachments in summary means when there is no contextual filter value in the URL, it will display the summary. When there is a value in the contextual filter, like /1, it will display the attachment. This is the attachment view. After that, it will display the actual view. Okay. So that is what hide attachment in summary. And next one is contextual links to shown. So when you uncheck it and apply and save it, so this is the view. You can see this is the contextual link which is displaying already. When I refresh now, you can see there is no contextual link. That is quick edit for your view. If you want to enable, you can enable, or you can disable it. And aggregation, when you have a duplicate entry in your view, if you want to aggregate, you can aggregate it. It's like grouping. So when you apply all, you can see the group by is added to your query value. So that is what aggregation. And next one is query setting. Disable SQL rewriting means it will remove all the uh, access checks to your nodes, and also it will not consider hook query alter function wherever you have implemented in custom module or control module. All those will be neglected here when you check it. And next one is distinct. This will add distinct to your views query, so which means it will be helps you to get the distinct data. So duplicate, when you have duplicated data, you can use this. So aggregation will do group by, and this will do distinct to your query. And next setting is use secondary server. If you want to use any secondary server, you can use it here. And this is query command. Command Saranya. So query command means this command will be added to your query. You can see for the query, you added the command for this particular query command. And next one is, query tag. So query tag will be used when you are altering the view query. So which means when you want to implement same functionality for set of views. Like consider you are going to do the query alter same functionality for 2 3 views. Okay, so you can add some unique ID here. QQQ, whatever you want, you can apply. So once that is done, in your custom module, you have to use hook query tag alter. So it will be like a hook query. The tag will be QQQ, whatever you given. Whatever the view using that QQQ tag, that query will be altered by using this function. So for that reason, you can use the query tag. And next one is, I think that's it in this query settings. Yeah. And next one is catchy, based catchy or time based catchy or none. So here you can give whatever you want. So none means catchy will not be applicable for this. And next one is tag based. Tag based means based on the node ID, the view will be invalidate the catchy and it will be reconstructed. Time based means the catchy will be neglected based upon the some particular amount of. Okay. And next one is CSS class. You can add any class to this particular view. So 66YY apply and save. Refresh now. Inspect. X6 hyphen. You can see the view class is added. Okay. So you can use it when you want to do any styling for this view. And that's it about complete configuration about the views. And next, let's move to the advanced settings. Under views, you will be having a new tab called setting. Here you have a basic and advanced two section. First one is always show the default display. So when you create a view, there will be a default display will be added. In Drupal 7, the display is a master display. When you enable it, that display will be showing here. That display acts as a base for all other display. Okay. If you want to make it visible always, you can enable that. And always show the advanced display setting. So here it is collapsed now. When you check this and save and refresh, so you can see it is always open. And next is allow embedded display. So embedded display can be used in code via views embed code. So when you enable this, you can embed your embed display view by using this function. So when you use embed display, that display will not do anything in your website until you add a code in your custom module by using this function. Okay. And next one is label for any value on non-required single select expose form. So this will be for this one. So let me remove the aggregation. And here in the published, so I'm going to expose it and group filter. So here you can see the any value is any, right? So apply. Okay, you have to give value for yes or no. Yes. Give yes. And for no, grouping no. Next, I don't want this. No, apply. in this, when you scroll down, here you can see the label of any is hyphen any hyphen, right? So here hyphen any hyphen. I'm going to change this to greater less than any. Save and refresh now. And again open that. So scroll down. So here you can see it is any. Okay. So give here video, apply and save. Go and refresh now here. Clear the cache. You can see the group filter is added. So you can give published and published content, whatever you want, you can give and apply. Okay. So that is what that label of any. Next is live preview setting. Automatically update the preview on change. So whenever you do the change in your view, so when you remove the more link here and apply, so automatically the preview will be updated for you. The bottom, the more is gone. Or else you have to manually check update preview here. And next one is, this is a dependent field. So show information statistic, show SQL query. Yes, I want to show above the preview or below the preview, above the preview. So above your view result, you will be having a query here. And next is show the performance statistics. So show the performance statistic means here it is displaying all the how much time it is taking to execute, build time and render time. Okay. And next is show other query run during rendering during live preview. Okay. So what are the other queries are getting rendered when this particular query is getting executed? So when you scroll down, update the preview. So you can see these are the queries which are calling when rendering the content. Okay. And next one is advanced. Here, if you want to disable cache for all the views, you can do it, but it is not recommended. It will cause too much performance issue. So make sure you are not doing it. So if you're doing any debugging purpose or some other purpose, you do it, but don't keep it enabled always. Okay. And next one is add view signature to all the SQL query. So the view name will be added to your query. So this is what the view name which is added as a signature. This will be used for the debugging purpose. When you want to do debugging, you can enable this, which means when you encounter an error called when you encounter an error and it is stating that it is happening because of this particular query, but you don't know this query is coming from where. When you enable this option, the log will be containing the view name in it with the display, so you can easily figure out the error is coming from which view. So this feature is only for debugging purpose. If you disable this here and update the preview, you will not be able to see this feature now. Update it. So you can see the view name is gone now. And that's it. I think we completed all the configuration in Vue with advanced settings. And that's it about today's video. If you like the video, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.